Well, hello and welcome to the country cottage polytunnel. I just got the eggs from the girls down below at the new venture I have with these things. These are zinnias. You can see how they look at the growth, and they were planted on the 5th of the 4th, and today's the 15th. 10 days to germinate. Absolutely. But I did notice only last week I put these in the ground. These are a red version of the beautiful kale. Red burn or something they're called. You can see just about there. I hope you can see it on the camera there. That's just about struck. And it took about seven days, I would say, maximum. Yes, indeed, 7 days. That's the reds starting to strike. Now, over there in the far orangey pots there, they're the spinach that I'm trying out. But these are all easy to grow stuff. Easy to grow. And, do you know, it'd be a great time for you if you would like to subscribe to me. I'm here in the country cottage in Gurteen in the county of Sligo. And I'll bring you on the journey of growing with me. There has been some on Facebook, but you know, Facebook is all very well and good, but you know, Facebook is hit and miss. I'd rather just put this all together and put it up on YouTube from now on. Now, I bought tomato plants this year from Woody's. It's a local garden centre here in, or not garden centre, but a DIY place, as you can see. And there they are. They're not doing too bad, in fairness. For me as a beginner, you see they're coming into flower. They're the tumbler tomatoes now. And the bag that they're in, this particular cloth bag, I'm assuming I can reuse this. That came from Lidl in a pack of 2 for about $8.99 or something like that. I might be wrong on the price. But as you can see there, that they are planting and developing lovely. On the top of this now, I decided, you know, as a trial, this is dill. Not dill. Basil. Basil. Now we got it right. This is basil. And I've decided I'll give it a try. Sprinkle a few seeds on top. Waste not, want not in space-wise. But there's me spinach. Spinach all along there now. And me tomato plants. Now, me tomato plants were bought by different places. You can see Sloan's is a little shop down there in Ballina. Or Boyle. In the county of Roscommon. It's not far from me. So I bought a few of them. Yeah, that's and I'll tell you the makes now, or the brands, or the family of. They are Shirley's. Little Shirley's, by the way. Alicante is the next one. And the next one is Alicante as well. So there's a Shirley and 2 Alicantes. You might be wondering what this is. This is not a weed. I've been reading the books, and the books tell me that marigolds, as a French marigold, and marigolds are supposed to be very good for to keep away certain pests of the tomato plant. Yeah, well, sure, listen, if you're natural. But this is very interesting. This is about a week also. This is the green kale, the everyday kale that we get in the shops. It's starting to strike, and I'm very happy with that. That's very, very good. For a first year, first attempt, like on my own. Here we have, there you go, there's the marigolds. Look at them. Aren't they going very well? More marigolds. The zinnias are, I can say, without doubt, they struck within about 6-7 days. And then they're up to this now in the 10th day. So it's going very well for me here. More zinnias. Parsley, I don't know. I think parsley takes an awful long time to strike, maybe. Or maybe I've sown it out of season. But this is basil. A little bit of basil there. So I'll be able to make me basil and tomato pasta sauces. Like for, this is everyday mixed green salad leaves. And I should be sowing more shortly, I think. And that's what I'll do. Sow more. I got a present of this book. Now this is what I dream of. Growing pepper plants like that. Isn't she lovely? Ah, thanks very much, Phelan. And he made me a present of that. Here in the centre bed here, one of my raised beds, made out of scrap timber, you know, stuff lying about. Stuff that you every day you either end up on the fire or chopped into rubbish. A lot of rubbish was left here when I bought this little cottage, and some of the wood is coming to good use. And there's me these are going to be beetroot. Now I do hope that I can plant these outside, lift the whole box outside and let them trend or fend for themselves outside. Well, with a little help from myself. You know, goes without saying. Look at that. Now it's strawberries. Oh, look at them. Now the strawberries look great. You can hear my ducks in the background. I have 2 Aylesbury ducks. Very interesting ducks. None of them lay anymore. I went and bought ducks locally and I thought I was doing the right thing, but sure, I was given 2 ducks that are just on their last legs. But they live out their natural life here with me, as I couldn't bring it in on myself to bring them to an end. No way. They live out. They've got freedom. They're free range. They're out. In the winter they have a lovely pond and all for water. Shall we do something for them this year? Look at these strawberries. Now these strawberries were bought from Lidl, I have to say, and I'm very surprised. They're what they call, what's the name of these now? Just let me think. I should have the name of these. El Sante. That's the name of them. El Sante type strawberries. Now I think they're favoured for the Irish palate. They're lovely and sweet, you know, and I enjoy them, buying them. So I'm going to have a go growing them. Now I have to say, 2 years ago, I have to tell the truth, about 2 to 3 years ago, I tried a little weeny polytunnel. You know, the one that you'd buy off eBay or something like that, or Amazon, and it had all the little square meshes and bits and bobs. I tried it out about 2 years ago, and I found that I could grow strawberries with the help of a lovely lady there in Ballinagare called Daphne. Daphne, fair play to you. Thank you for all your help and your assistance, and your knowledge is boundless. But see, Daphne was a lady that had something like 10 or 15 acres of glass. Now, if you can't learn something from somebody like that, but I mean, you know, I may give it up. These that we're looking at the moment, they're actually a mixture, and a fantastic mixture they are, of the like of let me see now, I have to get this right. They're chives on this side, and on this side we have scallions. Now I am told by some people that they're great to grow in the greenhouse because they also don't give off a great invitation to pests and what have you. But I stand to be corrected. I'd love to see the flowers. I've started watering these, by the way. Not water. No, I've always watered them. I water them every evening. I don't know whether that's correct or not. But these tomato plants or strawberries. This one here now in particular was very bad. And now I've taken the bad dead stuff off. I've given them a feed of a mixture ratio of 300 to 1, and from a concentrate tomato food. And I'm having to go. You never know, you know, I could be the next Alan Titmarsh, or you know what I mean. You never know, like, you could be looking at him now and you could be saying, "Jeez, I'm with that fella since he began." I'm sure it mightn't last that long. But however, there's the tomato, isn't it lovely? Nature is great. I'm just being made aware. It's very humbling in a greenhouse or a polytunnel. If you get the chance, take it on. Now, this looks like a very barren area here. And you know, I think I've bitten off more than I can chew with this particular baby. I'd say about 2 to 3 weeks ago, one of the first products I planted on one of these homemade raised bed stuff, believe it or not, is peppers. And I don't think I'm going to have much success with them. But then again, I look in it every day and there's a little growth there. One has to just there's more. I don't know. Maybe I'll get 2 or 3 plants out of the whole lot. I do treat them as if they're growing. There's more there, look, up along the sides. I don't remember planting stuff in along the side. But then again, you know, who knows? Who am I to say that they won't grow? They might. I'm going to give them every chance. I'm going to keep with them. Stick with them. More of our tomato plants here. Do you know, what do you think of me chair, ladies and gentlemen? I sit in that now. And I find it so comforting to sit in here now. It's quite windy and it's about 11 or 12 degrees out in Gurcheen today. But it might as well be a fine summer's day today for me, because the sun in here is really flying. There's more of my tomato plants there now. See, there's the Shirleys. Different stages, bought from different places. Now, I bought from different places for a reason. I was told that you never buy, unless they're extremely healthy and they're a proven source to you, all your produce from one place, because you can be bringing in disease and you have no crop whatsoever. So I have a variety. Let me see, 3. I've about 11 or 12 tomato plants this year. I'm not going too ambitious at it. But I'm going to try those Golden Sunrise. Yeah, there's the Golden Sunrise. I've an Alicante. I've Alice Craig or something is name of one of the brands. Moneymaker. And as you know, Shirley. But see this particular plant now. I've taken all or most of the side shoots, which are these little bellas. See, I'll try and put my finger near one. See that little side shoot there? I was told to side shoot them and take them off. I've side shot that particular number 1 Shirley tomato plant, and I'm going to see if that makes any difference to the growth. So there's a little experiment for myself. That's for myself now. So listen, why don't you subscribe to me? And the more subscribers I get, sure, what have you, sure, you'll know. I have been doing up the cottage as well in the meantime. You know, the cottage is up there. You can see it in the distance now through the plastic. It's been painted again recently because I didn't like the blue. So I painted it with a different colour. But that's a different story. So I ask you now if you would like to subscribe and find out every time I put a video up. I'm not putting any more up on Facebook. I'm going to put them all up here on YouTube and see what the crack is. Now, that's what we're at. And even this walkway is an old, as you can see, the lollipop tops on it. That was an old fence that I put down as a floor, and I find it beneficial. You know, there's me ducks. Me ducks. Where's me chicks? That's me Cocker Spaniel there. He's as mad as a box of frogs, that fella. You can see the painting is still on their way there, but it's a bit wet today. Down in the distance there is what I built for the chickens. You know. And the ducks. There they are. Very vocal and very, as I say, they're old. They'll not be any good to me for laying eggs, but you know what? They can live their natural life out here. I wouldn't be able to bring myself to cause them any grief or anything else. I know some breeders and egg people, they like to send their ducks off their Aylesbury's, and they're full of attitude, aren't you, girls? Aren't you full of attitude? Huh? Good girls. No one bothered you yet. They think now that, oh look, they'll chase the dog. They'll chase the dog, they will. It does be funny here some days. But anyway, Rusty, I'm going to have to ask you to go to bed if you're going to keep that up. Do you hear me? You'll have to go to bed. I'm wasting my time. Okay, folks, listen. Take care of yourselves and tune in to the next upload. All right. Cheers. Bye.